My friends, it's December 2nd, 2011. It's a very beautiful day outside. I've been sitting outside in the sun for the last hour, and I just feel like I'm above cloud nine right now. I can't even describe. So I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. That is Romans chapter 12, the first two verses. I really think them two verses are so powerful, and I want to examine them for just a minute on especially the renewing of your mind and how important that is to renew your mind and quit living this crazy American dream that everybody is in, where we're not really awake to things that are destroying us. The American dream is about freedom, peace, unity, love. And it's turned into everything but that. We must renew our mind, renew it. We must be born again. And it's saying when you renew your mind, you will be transformed. You won't want to be part of the world. You won't want to do the things that everybody else is doing that are just temporarily filling them, just for a minute. Then they're on to the next. You won't want them things. You're going to want true fulfillment. You're going to want the light. And you got to renew your mind in order to prove. Listen to it. In order to prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Renew your mind. Transform. Look at what Webster's dictionary, it says transformed. Where we at? Transformed. I really like what it says. Transform. The definition is change in form, appearance, or condition. Transformation. An act or effect of transforming. Now here's my favorite. This is transformer. An apparatus for changing electric current. Until you renew your mind and quit being conformed to the world, when you renew your mind and quit being conformed, I feel that's when you get this electric current on the rebirth, when you're reborn. You don't have that electric current until you renew your mind, until you let go of the world, until you present yourself holy and acceptable and become a living sacrifice. A living sacrifice. Now some people live in sacrifice, that's really deep, but that's just being Christ-like as much as possible. What would he do? Everybody wore them bracelets there for a long time, but I mean, we got to really know what he was doing to really be Christ-like, because a lot of things that we think he might be doing, he wouldn't have been doing. He might have been doing them, but he wouldn't have been doing them in that way, like caring for the sick. He was caring for the sick. He healed every sickness and disease on this earth. And I truly believe that, because that's what it says, but the Spirit says that too, very clearly. But he wasn't caring for the sick in the way we are today in 2011, especially in the United States of America. There is a better way. There is a much better way. There is the way. It's not that it's a better way, it's the way. There's only one way. And the more people who will give themselves to God just to become a living sacrifice, that's how we grow. That's how we grow the army. And by each other wanting to renew their minds, it'll become easier for others. Because more people will start seeing examples. What are they doing? What are they doing? Well, and then you could explain, well, maybe I'm eating a biblical diet. And then, what do you mean by that? I've never heard that. Is that a vegetarian or vegan or what? Them are all categories. We don't need, that's black and white, the person's black or the person's white. So what was Michael Jackson? He used to be black, then he turned white, and then there was so much racial comments and stuff thrown at him on that. I mean, maybe he was just one of God's symbols of becoming pure, and he was demonstrated all the way through it. And maybe that's what the disease, I can't even pronounce it, vitiligo, really is, a blessing. So we could actually see. I don't know, that's just some deep thoughts I've had on it before, on that. But do not be conformed to this world. One way we're conformed to this world is sticking in our traditions of eating certain foods with certain people, doing certain things. We do this because this is what we've always done and we cannot change. That's one way you're conformed. Sometimes you got to let go of certain things, or just not necessarily let go, but just be an example and change and let people see what you're doing. And if they think you're plumb crazy, let them think you're plumb crazy. That's all right. God will give you signs and take care of you if you're actually doing what He is wanting you to do. Because in the end of times, everything He wants you to do is going to seem completely backwards to the rest of the world. Everything. It's all completely backwards. But you got to do what He wants you to do, and don't look back, because you're really going forward. Even though the world wants you to think, man, you're in reverse. Something's wrong with you. Well, I'm addicted to doing good. And until they make a rehab for people who are addicted to doing good for others, I'm going to continue feeding this addiction. And I'm going to feed it from now on. And I want everybody else to do the same. Just feed. Because the more you do good, I'm telling you, you become addicted. The less you do of it, and the more bad you do, the easier it is to do bad stuff. Like how I've always heard, if you tell a lie, you're going to tell another lie, and one lie leads to another and another. Well, I don't know about all that, but I'm telling you what, when you do good, you'll want to do more good, because you get this high from it. You get this, it just makes you feel very, 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 I don't know, it's some kind of energy that takes you over, and you want to do more of it. So I challenge everybody to become addicted, and maybe we can make maybe they can make a business for making rehabs for people who get addicted to doing good. But I'm asking people to join on in. And that is what the army of love is. So let's just wanted to speak just a little bit today, trying to inspire others. I've been inspired. I've got a lot of great messages from people, and just talking to a lot of people lately, and friends, family, and it's just, I feel the love growing here on this earth, but at the same time I feel like the evil really trying to sneak in their plans, and I just want to help people here in Tennessee. I want to help people. We're one of the, if you really look at statistics, we got some of the sickest people in America with diseases and different things like that aren't really being treated. And I feel there is a way. I feel there's a biblical way wrote right, plain and clear between black and white in the scriptures, but nobody really wants to really dig deep into it. We just read it, and it's all symbols, but it's more than that. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Peace. Love. All day.